Can we talk basketball? Can we? Just got out the shower. My hair's a little not on the cool side right now. But let's talk basketball. Why does LeBron continue to seek help? Why? I don't understand it. D Wade, if no one knows about the news, D Wade will be taking his talents to Cleveland. An older D Wade, but he's still lethal. You seen him last year with the Bulls, the little run they had. They almost had Boston out of there if it wasn't for Rondo getting hurt. But D Wade is still a monster. Can't take that away from him. The dude is talented as hell. But why are you going to Cleveland? Why? And this is why I get upset with the NBA, because how is it that they're allowed to have these super teams still be put together, and it makes the NBA boring? Because like, you already know who's coming out the West, you already know who's coming out the East. It's like, no, I don't want that no more. It's just, I want to see random kind of like football. You don't know who's gonna take it all the way, and it's just, the NBA has become predictable and it's bad. Macho, what up? Adam, ring chasing? I don't know, man. I'm a Knicks fan, so you know it's bitter. It's bitter right now for me. Well, it has been for the last few years. But my thing is, why is it the NBA doesn't put a hold to this shit? I ain't hating. I just need more excitement out the NBA. We did get a little bit of that with the new acquisitions of Chris Paul going to Houston, Melo going to the Thunder. That shit hurt me like a motherfucker. And Jimmy Butler going off to Minnesota. Just a bunch of moves that kind of shook the NBA world a little bit. But how could I leave out Kyrie Irving going to Boston, right? But what kills me is every superstar that was pretty much in the East ran to the West. So the East is going to be a cakewalk for Cleveland right now. Look at all the stars they got. Isaiah Thomas, LeBron James, now D Wade, Crowder, J.R. Smith, D Rose. They have a deep bench. You look at the East now. Well, if healthy, there's a deep bench. Because you know D Wade has his knee issues. Same thing with Rose. He always has his knee issues. But aside from that, well, you got Isaiah Thomas, hip and all that. But I think he's a young guy. He'll be back. But aside from that, it's just, why? Why do we need these super teams? You understand what I'm saying? I think this year's going to be exciting. The West is stacked. So it's be more. Yeah, but I'm an East Coast guy. I don't know where you from, but I'm an East Coast guy. I mean, I'm an NBA fan. But we already know who's coming out the West. Well, we can't say that. Okay. We can't say that. We don't know who's coming out the West. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. But the East is Atlanta. I don't know what the hell happened. That shit just got cut off. Who's in the East, though? If you look at it, who is in the East? Superstar-wise. Giannis, Porzingis. No, it didn't end. I'm here. Restart your browser or whatever you was watching. It's just my phone be crashing from time to time. I don't understand that. Let me take it off the charger. Hold on. Let's see. Warriors for life. Chris Paul took a L because he was expecting Melo. I think Melo will still make his way over there, because I think Melo has an option on his contract after this season. So, you know, but we'll get into the West in a minute. I just want to focus on the East right now, and then we'll talk about the West and what I think is going to happen as far as the rest of the season goes. Hold on. My eye's itching. Well, the lid is itching. I live in Cleveland. Okay. So who you root for? I'm guessing Cleveland, right? Yeah, but that's my whole thing is people want more competitive teams for the Warriors, but how is that fair for the East? Like, there's no competition in the East. There's nobody in the East. You understand what I'm saying? So it's just like, why do they allow this to continue to happen? Like, it's mind-boggling. It really boggles my mind. I don't know, man. It pisses me off because, you know, I thought this would be the season that maybe the Cavs would have some competition with Boston and the Wizards. The Wizards are still a threat. The Pistons, now that they got Avery Bradley, they looking a little decent. The Bucks showed a lot of improvement last year, but I don't understand, like, that acquisition with D Wade was just weird. And shame on D Wade, because he could have just ran to the Thunder and figured that out. That would have been a cool move in a sense where he never really got to play with Melo. Well, he never got to play with Melo outside of Team USA and the All-Star games. But I would have liked for him to go on a team with Melo and, you know, there's two younger guys like Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook, whatever. But I don't know, man. That shit just pisses me off, man. Put LeBron in the Knicks. That ain't never gonna happen, yo. That ain't never gonna happen, bro. That'd be crazy though. It's over though. Like, the Knicks, we won't see the relevancy of my Knicks for another 4 to 5 years. Like, the 4 or 5 years that we wasted with Phil Jackson and them trying to figure out if they're gonna run triangle or not, we could have just been rebuilding from then. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't know. But like I said, Melo has an option. You know, Melo has his little option next year. But let's get into the West now. The West, if you look at it on paper, Melo still gives you numbers, period. Melo's still going to give you numbers. The question mark here is, you got 3 dominant, ball-dominant players. Paul George, Melo, Westbrook. They all going to have to change their game somehow, right? Do you want Melo to stay? Stay where? So there are 3 ball dominant players. I don't know how it's gonna work out. Cause yeah, Melo could make his own shot. He could be dead in the water for 3 quarters, and in the 4th quarter he'll give you his numbers. Paul George, not so much. Paul George is the type of guy, he needs the ball to make something happen for himself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's weird. It's a weird situation. But like I said, if on paper they manage to click, the click is gonna be crazy, because before the Warriors, all they had to do was gang up on Westbrook because there's no other shooters out there. Now you got 2 other guys that could shoot you out the park, and the pressure will be off of Westbrook, meaning that Steph Curry's the point guard, so he's gonna have to play defense on Westbrook. And Steph Curry's defense is not that great. They always throw Klay Thompson on the point guard that's dominating Curry. Kind of like the finals when Klay Thompson shut down Kyrie Irving. So now Klay Thompson has to basically guard up on Paul George. Kevin Durant has to guard up on Carmelo Anthony, and Westbrook, Curry has to guard up on Westbrook. So that's going to be interesting. Melo should stay with the Knicks. I think he should have retired, but he wants to win. I guess he got tired of the losing culture. That shit does weigh on you, and I've pretty much watched every game he played in New York, and you could see from when he was happy being here to, man, I can't wait for this contract to be over. But that's kind of his fault. You chased the money. You could have went to other teams. You could have been in Houston 2 years ago. You chose to stay. You chose to stay with the Knicks for the money and a no trade clause. So that was your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, Melo's always gonna be my favorite player. You know what I'm saying? But that was his fault. You know what I'm saying? Of course he stood because he fell for the romance, the Phil Jackson era. He fell for it. I fell for it. I was a Knicks fan. Well, I am a Knicks fan, and when Phil Jackson was introduced to the Knicks, I thought it was the second coming of Christ. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, it's on now. But that was a complete fail. That dude traded up whatever pieces we had that were decent. And I don't know, shit, man. Listen, I don't know. It's going to be hard for them to play together. Chemistry is key. Remember that. But like I said, this band is not going to be together for too long. Paul George has a 1-year deal, which is this year. Melo has an option after this year. Russell Westbrook has an option after this year. I don't see them staying in Oklahoma. They already threw a deal on the table for Russell, and he's not even acknowledging the deal. So obviously that's telling you he wants to see how the season goes. Because let's say the season goes good, right? And they all like the way they play together. Now you just have to put little pieces on the bench to make them relevant, because their bench is trash. Raymond Felton. I don't even know who else is on their team as far as the bench goes. So they're going to have a rough time when it comes to the bench support. But as far as, like, you know, the starting five, they got a solid starting five. But I don't know. How you think LeBron, Isaiah going to play? They're going to be just fine. If you look at Isaiah Thomas' numbers compared to Kyrie's last season, they're pretty much the same. So you didn't really lose nothing. It's just that with Kyrie, for me, I feel like he's more of a killer. If you had to choose between Isaiah Thomas and Kyrie, personally for me, if it came down to who I'm giving the ball to, the last couple of seconds I'm giving it to Kyrie. Another thing with Kyrie, he could break your ankles all day. He'll break down the defense. You know, but as far as numbers go, like point-wise, they put up the same amount of numbers. Almost the same, close to the same. But the West is stacked, man. The West is stacked. The Warriors are going to definitely have to pull together this season. Like, thank God they have some chemistry. It showed in the beginning that they were kind of vulnerable because they didn't know, you know what I'm saying, how much to give the ball to Kevin Durant. It was just a mess, but they finally got it together. So the acquisitions of them picking up Nick Young, Swaggy P, you know, that was a good acquisition. If Swaggy P is, you know what I'm saying, more mature and he's really trying to win, he could be a problem. Their bench is just deep. JaVale McGee, I think he's re-signed with them. That was a big pickup. He actually matured as a player as well. And he had the potential to be big. JaVale McGee had the potential to be huge. But, you know, he was just on shitty teams, and I don't think he took the game that serious in the beginning. The Spurs, they still a team to beat just because of Popovich. Houston, they still suspect when it comes to defense, but they can shoot you out the park. The Blazers, they still kind of solid. The Wolves definitely look good on paper. Who else is out there? Y'all can help me out. Who y'all think is coming out the West? If Westbrook don't sign Thunder, may have to trade him. You don't want to lose him for nothing. Like Durant and James Harden. The thing is, they had the big three. I don't know what the hell happened to Oklahoma, why they got rid of James Harden. There's probably more to that, but they had the big three already. They chose to let him go. Durant got tired of being Russell Westbrook's shadow. But that's Durant's fault. Because if you look at Durant as a player, he was always the little brother. He never put himself as the bigger brother. He never put himself as the leader. Kind of like with Melo in the beginning. Melo was never trying to consider himself the leader and always wanted to play second hand to somebody. And that's the reason why a lot of people felt that Melo was always going to be, what you call it, you know what I'm saying, the second option. He was never like the superstar like LeBron James. His numbers say otherwise, but you know how that goes. It's the NBA. What team in the NBA is OP? What you mean, OP? I've been trying to do this video for a while. Talk about the NBA because the season's pulling up. I think preseason starts Friday. So I'll be watching some games from the crib. I've been drinking lemon water all day, trying to cleanse the body out a little bit, stomach. Or overpower. What team is dominant? What team in the NBA is dominant right now? If healthy, Cleveland. If healthy, Cleveland. But they're definitely going to miss Kyrie Irving. Because Kyrie Irving was the difference maker. You got to understand that. Kyrie Irving is a problem. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have that anymore. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? Numbers-wise, Isaiah Thomas was putting up the same numbers. But his game is totally different from Kyrie's. You understand what I'm saying? And he's a smaller body on top of that. So, I don't know. It's still Warriors and Cavs. But it's just right now with that Wade acquisition, if healthy, Cleveland could look like a big thing right now. But injuries do play a factor. And I'm not trying to jinx nothing. But let's say if Isaiah Thomas is not 100% by January and he has to get surgery, you got to get him out of there, right? Same thing with Rose. He's vulnerable. He played for the Knicks 65 games. We all know that 65 games is not good enough when you're going to the playoffs, right? So we don't even know if he's going to last a whole season, right? So that's my theory on it. If your 2 point guards aren't doing it, LeBron James, yeah, he could play point guard, but then you become more predictable because you know who's coming down the court. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Kyrie never made his teammates better. He's all isolation. You can't say that, though. He's clutch. The dude is clutch, bro. He's clutch. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said a little while ago. Who you rather give the ball to last minute of the quarter? You give, I mean, the last minute of the quarter. You gonna give it to Kyrie or you gonna give it to Isaiah Thomas? And if anything, Cleveland exposed Boston last year. Am I wrong or am I right or wrong? Didn't Boston have the best record in the East last season? And then when they came to play Cleveland, they almost got swept. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, for me, Cleveland, the only problem right now is health. If healthy on paper, they're going to be a problem. But if injuries start to come in, it's going to be, what was it, the first time around when this dude was hurt, Kyrie. Remember when he blew his fucking knee out? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Like I said, if healthy on paper, they looking good. But don't sleep on the Bucks. The Bucks, they're giving teams problems. They're definitely giving teams problems. But I can't wait to see how the Thunder play this season. I can't wait to see how Chris Paul adapts to playing with James Harden. It's gonna be an interesting season. But as far as the whole Melo situation, like I said, he has an option after this season. So I guess the way he probably told Chris Paul is, look, I'm trying to just get the hell out of New York. Let me go to the Thunder because this trade is available now. Your team is not giving up nothing to New York, and I'm trying to leave. So he probably told these dudes, listen, let me play with them this year. When I become a free agent next year, I'll let you guys sign me. And then that's how the whole marriage of Chris Paul and this dude will get back together, Melo. But remember, LeBron's off the books after next year. He might go out west. You know what I mean? Paul George, he's already explained that he wanted to play for the Lakers. I don't know why, because I don't see the Lakers that great. That's just me personally. The difference about Kyrie and Michael Jordan and Kobe is they get their teammates involved. I'm not even comparing Kyrie to Jordan or Kobe. That's not even fair. But Awesome kind of movement, but Kyrie is great isolation, but he misses shot. Yeah, but I'm not comparing Kyrie to Michael Jordan or Kobe. I'm comparing Kyrie Irving to Isaiah Thomas. That's what I'm comparing them to. That's what I said on the last minute, last possession. Who are you giving the ball to? Are you giving it to Kyrie or are you giving it to IT? That's my question. Nobody hasn't answered that yet. Who you think you giving the ball to if it came down to the last minute? Or the last 10 seconds, actually. I love Kyrie in Cleveland, but by trading Kyrie, they made Cleveland. You can't really say that, because the thing is, Kyrie is irreplaceable. What you said? Give it to IT? You giving it to IT? You crazy. I mean, that's your opinion, but that's crazy. Hell no. Hold on. Cleveland. I don't think it made Cleveland better. You just picked up a player who's hurt. He's not even gonna open the season with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand how you made him better. You know what I'm saying? You picked up Jay Crowder. That was a great pickup. But Kyrie Irving is not replaceable, my nigga. Like, Kyrie Irving's a problem. Like, I don't know. Like I said, maybe Cleveland is your team, and I respect the opinion, but nah, man. I don't know. But it's going to be an interesting season. I mean, yeah, preseason doesn't really give you an indication of what teams are going to do what in the East or West. It only gives light to the bench players. Are you any good to be getting more minutes than what you need? You understand what I'm saying? So, only time will tell. Like I said, Friday, I think it's the Lakers versus... who they playing? Who the Lakers is playing Friday? I forgot who they playing. Who did the Knicks get? They got two players from Oklahoma. They got the what's his name? I'm bad with names, y'all. Swear to God. Somebody help me out. Tell them who they got. Matter of fact, I got you right now. I'm tripping. I just gotta go to that Instagram. Yo, did you guys see the forest fire out in California, bro? It's bad in Cali right now. Puerto Rico is bad. Nobody, no food, no water for like 7 days. All right, I got you. Give me a second. Knicks. Okay. They got Doug McDermott and Earthis Cantor. Cantor could give you buckets for days. Kobe is the GOAT. Yeah, Kobe's a beast, man. Kobe is a monstruo. I'm about to be at 89 soon. I need like 20% more for my character. Right now I got it on because once I finish the live stream, I'm gonna rock out with my man. Think about it like this. Why would you want to wait for a closer? Wait, so you're telling me... All right. Let me get this shit straight. Because the way I'm reading this shit is... You making it sound like if IT is a better player all around, better than Kyrie. Let me get that straight. I don't want to demolish you just yet. But you're just basically telling me... All right, cool, son. I'm going to be on. I'm trying to get that 90 by tonight. I know it's impossible, but let's see. But, BB, I want to get this politically straight. You saying an all-around player, Isaiah Thomas is better than Kyrie Irving. I want to get this correct. I could be wrong, but the way I'm reading it, it sounds like you're saying IT is a better player. I'm not saying he's not nice. But he's not an all-around better player than Kyrie. You're smoking. You smoking. Kyrie got a higher percentage on the 3 line than Isaiah Thomas. That's a fact. Go look up the numbers. But all right, so then how you saying a complete game? You should making it sound like if Kyrie doesn't have a complete game. Are you all right? Question. Let me get it out the way. BB, are you a Cleveland fan, or are you one of those LeBron? Oh, I love Cleveland because of LeBron fan. You got to remember the players that. Remember, listen. You can have all the offense in the world, but if your defense ain't right, we all know Wade has defensive issues. Isaiah Thomas, defensive issues. Derrick Rose, defensive issues. Look it up. It's on paper. It's on paper. It's on paper. It was great at the end of games. What was great at the end of games? Glenn, tell me. What was better? Okay, so you one of those guys. I respect it. You want what's best for your player. Just like I want what's best for my nigga Melo, but I'm a Knicks fan first. Don't get it twisted. I'm a Melo fan, but I'm a Knicks fan first. You understand? A lot of these dudes that say they're LeBron fans, they don't even have a team. They just be like, wherever LeBron go, I'll go. It's like, my nigga, you gotta be an NBA fan. Big Mig, what up? Looking stupid, bro. Yo. So, yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be growing pains in the beginning for Cleveland because they're going to have to figure it out. D Rose is a ball-dominant player. I'm telling you. And he's a little loco. That nigga's crazy. I don't know if you seen his recent pictures. That nigga's not looking all up there. I think that's the reason why the Knicks passed up on re-signing him. Because they could have easily signed him just to sell tickets and make him the face of the franchise with Porzingis. But they noticed that something was wrong with that kid mentally. D Rose is not all up there, bro. I could guarantee you that. He is not all up there. But Isaiah is a beast. Alright, but this is before the injury, Isaiah. A hip is not easy to come back from. Your movement is not going to be the same way it was last year coming off an injury like that. I guarantee you, bro. Kyrie cannot carry a team. We're going to see. That's why he wanted to leave Cleveland. Because he felt like it was time for him to show the world that he's not LeBron James' little brother. That he can be the man. I can't call it yet. I got to see it before I call it. I kind of touched it in the beginning, but I'm going to touch it again. My thoughts on Melo with Westbrook, I think it takes a load off of Westbrook. But it can kind of hurt in the sense where we know Westbrook does not like to pass. He had one of the best players with him, and he didn't pass the ball like that to him. That was Kevin Durant. What makes you think he's going to do that this time around for 2 players now? Because Paul George is a monster. On clutch moments, Paul George, I'm giving him the ball all day. Here, kill him. He's a killer. Problem is he going to be touching the ball like that? And now it's going to become an ego thing because let's say Westbrook ain't passing him the ball. There's going to be possessions where these 2 players won't give Westbrook the ball. Like, I'm going to take over now. So, like I said, it could be an ego thing. But if they play right and they do their thing and Westbrook has the mentality like, I can't do what I did with Kevin Durant with these 2 guys, especially that you're trying to recruit. You already have 2 pieces there. If you don't make them feel comfortable, listen, they're gone after the season. Okay, yeah, you stay with this team by yourself. Let's see how far you get. You understand what I'm saying? But for me, on paper, it looks great. It's a great acquisition for Oklahoma. I think if played right, I think the Thunder should be okay. 5th seed, the most. 5th, 4th, if they do good. You know what I'm saying? Best lineup of the Cavs right now. D Rose, D Wade, LeBron James, Kevin. But that's what I'm saying. Niggas making all these super teams, and that's what kills it. Like, if you're a fan, you see what I'm saying? It's different if you're a fan of a player. This excites you because your favorite player has a decent team or a crazy team. But if you're a fan of a team, it sucks because like, what happens to those teams that don't have those acquisitions? It sucks. And it's like, it doesn't make the NBA exciting for me. Because you want to know who's going to come out the East. Like, I'm going to keep it a stack with you right now. Don't be surprised if the Knicks make the playoffs. And the reason why I say this is because the East is trash. The East is a joke right now, bro. The East is a joke. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Kyrie is a better offensive player by Isaiah Thomas. What? Kyrie is a better offensive player, I guess you want to say, than Isaiah. But it's not that far off. Numbers wise, they are similar, but as far as player goes, Kyrie's a better player. Hands down. Hands down. Wow. That's Glenn. That's a tall order, my nigga. That is a tall order. Nigga said I'm going on a limb as OK. I guess you might say OKC as 1 seed. That's a lot. That's a tall order. You gotta understand, bench is everything. They don't have a bench, and that's the problem that I'm having with trying to put them in that light. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a bench, so we're gonna have talks like this more often. It's gonna keep these videos more. That they don't have a bench. That's the whole problem. They don't have a bench. Coming off the bench as a point guard is Raymond Felton. Raymond Felton was trash to me. I never liked the Raymond Felton ever. And I don't even know who else is coming off the bench. Like I said, you look at that squad. I think they only have 11 players, signed players. So they still got to fill out their bench. So that's a problem. Oh, now you smoking. I don't even know if you know the game of basketball. You rather take D Rose over Kyrie Irving? Wait, D Rose before he got hurt? That's a different story. D Rose from today? No. He doesn't pass the ball. And that was the reason why him and Melo could never click. Because he wasn't passing the damn ball. That was the problem. They got Raymond Felton, OKC. Their point guard coming off the bench is Raymond Felton. Of course, you know what I'm saying? As the season goes by, you can give up some draft picks and pick up. Like, if you see that the starting five is doing their thing and you need help with that bench, don't be surprised if you see trades mid-season. Well, not mid-season, but you know, when the trade deadline, that for them to get their shit better. For them to get their shit better. Because like I said, the starting five, amazing. They got a solid starting five. But as far as the bench, is a joke. Like a bad joke. It kind of reminds me of the Knicks when they had Stoudemire, Melo, Tyson Chandler, J.R. Smith, and bum-ass Felton. Starting five is fire. That bench though, suspect as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So Melo's pretty much in the same situation he was in New York when he first got to New York. You know what I'm saying? The East Coast is dead. Who's on the East? Who's on the East? LeBron, Kevin Love, Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? I can't even name them. Porzingis still has to show that he's proven to be the man. He still got a lot of work to do. I still don't believe. Honestly, that whole hype for Porzingis, niggas is hype on him. He still got a lot to prove for me. His defense is trash when it comes to like man-to-man. Because he's always fouling the fuck out of games. Last year, I think he fouled out pretty much half of their games. Like, he got a lot to prove. But if he works on his game, I always said it, he could be the white Kevin Durant. Call me crazy. East. Celtics, Cavs, Knicks, Miami. Forgot to talk about Miami. Miami was... I don't know why Wade didn't go back to Miami. Philadelphia? You got Philly in there this year? I don't know. Orlando you put in there? Nah. Listen, I take the Bucks over Orlando. That's a fact. I think this year is bad with the super teams. Imagine next year it's going to be worse. Nah, next year a lot of the bands are going to be broken up. Like I said, D Wade after this year is off contract. LeBron James off contract. Melo off contract. Them guys always want to play together. Chris Paul, I think, signed a 2 or 3 year deal over there in Houston. Oh no. Isn't he on contract too right now? Because he got traded over there. But I don't know how many years he had on his contract. But they all wanted to play together. So I say the only way they're gonna be able to play together is if they all go out west to Houston. Try to find a way to get James Harden's contract off and try to get those 5 players together to play together. You know what I'm saying? That'd be stupid for Houston because you're trading away your future to put a super team together. But guess what? That shit's gonna sell tickets, and I think they won't care that they'll take a loss future-wise because they'll make all that money. Kevin Love has to prove himself. Ever since he came to the East, he hasn't been the same Kevin Love. He didn't pass the ball because of the Knicks' confusion. Well, even in fucking Chicago, he wasn't passing the ball like that. If you look at D Rose's game, it was either him killing you off the dribble, taking it to the rim, and scoring. He never really passed the ball like that. And yeah, I say the triangle offense did kill him over here, but you know, it's just a play. He's a ball dominant player on paper. I forgot the Knicks got Ramon Sessions. What? Look at his comment though. I mean, I ain't biting off it, but he said Ramon Sessions says Knicks, that rookie we got, that point guard, he looks like a young Kyrie Irving. I don't know. Like I said, I'm excited for the future because, like I said, we got a lot of young pieces. I see the Knicks 7, 6 seed. The East is trash. You know what I'm saying? 80% of D Rose is better overall. Team player. D Rose got shit to prove. I'm telling you, he only played 65 games. The nigga's injury prone. He said it. If after this season, if he can't make it out the whole season, he's retiring. I mean, if your legs are not good, and it's sad, because he was the Russell Westbrook before Russell Westbrook. You understand what I'm saying? D Rose is a fucking monster. That injury set him back, man. And the thing is, he had to change his game from that explosive player he is, so he won't get hurt no more. But it takes away from what kind of player he is. You know what I'm saying? He's with the Pelicans. Rondo's with the Pelicans. Pelicans could be a team to beat, but I don't think that relationship with Anthony Davis and this dude is a good relationship. Low-key, Phil was good with draft picks. Phil was smart when it came to draft picks. It's just that instead of him being the commander-in-chief, he kept trying to, I don't know. Phil Jackson, like I said, when it comes to picks, he's smart. But when it came for him, like, ordering shit, like the whole Melo shit, if you knew you wasn't going to keep Melo, why did you resign him? And that was the pressure of Jim Dolan. You put the pressure to say, we got to keep him to sell tickets. Phil Jackson had the right... Listen, Phil Jackson had the right mindset. He did want to break down the team and put it together. But since they had the Melo era, he wanted to please Melo and still do his thing with draft picks and trying to pick up the right people. You understand what I'm saying? So it was just a lot of confusion. I mean, there was a lot of shit I didn't agree with Phil, but when it came down to draft picks, he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? That kid Dotson. That was a low-key big pickup. That kid could shoot. That kid could shoot. A lot of people were mad that he picked up Dotson. I know y'all probably don't even know who he is, but look him up. I forgot his name, but if you go to ESPN.com and look at the roster, that kid Dotson we picked up, he's a good three-point shooter. That Frankie Nakina kid that we got, the point guard, he's a mature player. He's a big body. And he could ball. You look at his shit, he could ball. Like, I didn't know about when Porzingis was getting drafted. I was like, who the fuck is this? And I did my research on Porzingis. I was like, damn, he out there killing them boys like that. Porzingis was a problem. But like I said, in the NBA, he did show signs of it, but he ain't really turn up. Let's see. Like I said, this is the this is what we wait for as NBA fans, and this is why I'll close it out with right here, because I'm about to get up out of here. This is what we wait for as NBA fans. Once the you know, the off season goes, you get a lot of trades, you get a lot of acquisitions. Your favorite team might pick up the best players, might pick up the worst player, but we never know what it looks like until they stand on the court. The first 15 to 20 games, you get a little feel of what it's going to look like when the pieces are put together. Some work, some don't. That's the excitement of what we're going to look for in this season. As an NBA fan, I'm excited for the season. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to watch every preseason game if I could. I'm going to watch pretty much every game if I could. But, you know, this is what we look for when we are what we are, which is basketball fans. And, you know, only time will tell if whatever we've been saying for the last 41 minutes comes true. I guess, like I said, now that I have this platform, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to use it for us to talk about basketball. Like I said, I just want to bring different content. And as time goes by, as every game goes by, I'll you know what I'm saying? If it was a good game. See, what I want to do is, I want to, like every televised game, like a game that everyone could see and we could talk about it. And if you did watch it, I want to like do a podcast or do something like this, a little live stream. And, you know, talk about the game, what we felt, what was crazy. What, I mean, we'll talk about stats, all that shit. But, like I said, can't wait for it to kick off. I think Friday is the first preseason game. So after those preseason games, I'll be on here or behind me on the desk with the mic, podcast wise, and you know, we'll do a podcast and talk about it via the podcast. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun this season. Can't wait. But I'm about to breeze up out of here. In your opinion, what's your thought on 80% of old D Rose versus Kyrie? Kyrie is still a better player, bro. Kyrie is a problem, bro. Kyrie is a problem. But we'll get back into that, like I said, later on in the week. I'm going to end this live stream right now. If I plan to play 2K later, I might play 2K later. But I tried to do it last night. Nobody was coming in to view it. So I guess nobody likes the video game live streams. So, I don't know. Let's see. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for swinging through and chatting with me for a little while. We'll definitely get into this as the season progresses. And I'll catch you on the next live stream. Vlog life!